I hope you have a sweet dream. Have a good night. I usually wait for ages before I become tired and fall asleep. I fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow. You are my first thought in the morning and my last thought at night. I'm sleepy, but I don't want to go to sleep. I had a nightmare last night and I lost sleep. I was awake till dawn. I couldn't sleep a wink last night. I have difficulty sleeping. Staying up too late. Sometimes I like lying until noon. We had been up all night trying to finish the presentation. I got a restless night because of the heat. I often wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep. I usually put on makeup, especially when I go to work. Bath time is a time you can really pamper yourself. Taking a bath is the most relaxing thing. Go and wash yourself. Taking a shower at night helps to regain spirits and endurance. Is taking a shower right after workout good or bad? I often brush my teeth twice a day. She washed the dirt from her clothes. I asked the barber to shave my beard. Wipe your feet dry before you go inside. I prefer to comb my hair with my fingers. Excuse me, sir, can I go to the bathroom? The toilet won't flush and the sink won't drain. Is there a public toilet near here? The toilet is occupied. I need to answer the call of nature. I love watching myself in the mirror. Use some hairspray. It will keep your hair in place all day. I like wearing perfume. Do you? I use moisturizer every night. I usually put on makeup, especially when I go to work. I love watching myself in the mirror. Use some hairspray. It will keep your hair in place all day. I like wearing perfume. Do you? I use moisturizer every night. I'm really sick of waiting for a bus for so long. Fares, please. I usually fall over every time the bus moves off or comes to a stop. Let's get off the bus. People often forget all rules of fair play and politeness and keep pushing to enter the bus. I go to work by motorbike. If I can make it to catch the bus, I don't have to work. I prefer smaller cars because they are easier to park. No need to worry. I will pick you up at the airport. Could you give me a ride? What time is the post office closed? Stop talking nonsense and go back to work. Nothing's cheaper. It is a real bargain. It looks like apples, but at that price, it's a knockoff. I often check and reply to emails in the evening before going to bed. Drive carefully. The roads are slippery. Go to the fork in the road and bear left. Let me show you the way. I'm going there myself. Stop the car at once. I smell something. No booze or you will be fined. Is it all right to park here? I see crashes all too often. You will find a one-way traffic sign. The cops may pull you over because one of your brake lights isn't working. Don't forget to lock the car up. Do you know where the station is? I'm sorry, I don't know, but the guard over there should know. Go straight until you pass a supermarket on your left. Take the second on the right. It's this way. You can't miss it. Take the right fork after crossing a large wood bridge. Could you tell me the way to the post office? At the next crossroads, you'll find the big hospital on the right. Keep driving for another 200 meters and then turn right. Take this road and go straight ahead. There's plenty of room in the back of the bus. Which bus can I catch to get to the city center? Where can I get off the bus for the department store? Can you drop me off at the next stop? Keep your belongings closely attached to your body at all times. Speak politely and keep your voice low. My wallet was stolen somehow. I need your help immediately. Stir your juice until sugar has dissolved. Would you mind moving over one seat so my friend and I can sit together? Where and how can I get a monthly bus pass? You should look out for pickpockets. What do we have for breakfast this morning? I'll have a ham and cheese salad roll. There's a variety of dishes you can have for breakfast, such as pho or broken rice.
I had rice and fried egg this morning.
Why do you always eat instant noodles? My monitor is a little blurry and it gives me a headache when I look at it for a long duration. For your safety, please don't drink and drive. I love spicy food. The hotter, the better. Have you ever eaten the same thing for days or weeks? The food there is very delicious and cheap. Did you enjoy the meal? Can you help me set the table?
I have meat and fish for my lunch.
Are you a vegetarian for health reasons or religious reasons? I like all kinds of foods, especially Thai food. The meal is all on me today. Watch out, the food is very hot. I like my steak medium rare so that there is a little pink in the middle. I can't eat another bite. I'm so full. Please put it all on one bill. I need a headset for the telephone because I'm on the phone most of the day and I would like to free up my hands. I can't believe this company is paying $10,000 a year for this tool. My desk is not big enough for a desktop computer and a laptop. This new desktop computer can help you to burn files to DVDs easily. I have learned a lot from observing my manager's management style. Check the bin. Sometimes people throw it in there after they are done. Stop talking and concentrate on your work. I have a good relationship with ex-colleagues and now still keep in touch. The working time is over. Let's go boozing. I'll skip the meeting because I'm not a planner and it's a waste of time. The HR department has the responsibility of scheduling and conducting exit interviews. The board of directors was quite impressed about my performance and encouraged me to keep up the good work. Professor Johnson is so uptight. He's always lecturing and never allows students to ask any questions. I had to retake so many classes because I preferred pleasure to study. What is your overall GPA this school year? I couldn't keep up with the schedule, so I dropped out of that class. I can't wait to get into the chemistry, but the physics one was full by the time I registered. If I'm reading a book made of paper, I have no ability to get distracted by other things. I feel happy sitting in the quiet of the library reading my books. Talking is not allowed in the library. I can sit there for hours pulling the books off the shelves. Happiness, like anything else in life, needs to be nurtured by all your endeavors. I had to quit my study and go to work to support my family. I've made up my mind to go to a vocational school to learn carpentry. I'll go to higher education to get a bachelor's degree under my belt. They are always the cream of the crop in my class. Learning and practice must go together. She goes above and beyond to deliver the very best education to each and every student. Most of the subjects are unfamiliar to me and seem to be above me. Are we really learning, or are we just memorizing things? The more you know about a subject, the easier it is to learn the new material related to it. What year are you in, and what's your area of study? The library has a special atmosphere and a huge collection of books. When teenagers finish high school, they have several choices: going to college, getting a job, or the army. If you can't respect your subordinates and treat them fairly, you can't be a good manager. When does registration start for next semester? It is extremely important to review your notes and highlight anything you don't understand and ask the instructor. We'll meet up after class and go over these math problems. We all start school around the age of 6, and some of us study into the old age. I haven't done my work yet, so I'll finish the feedback form later. I suggest you stop cutting class and start actually working. You will usually see me with my head buried in a book in the school library. Please respect the class start and finish times. Keep your mouth shut and your ears open. My teacher did a good job at making his subject interesting. Okay, let's take a 5-minute break. We will have a test scheduled for this Friday at 9 a.m., so you guys remember to review all lessons. We learn more from our hobbies and interests than what we learned from school books. Self-learning is a great way to enhance your knowledge.
Thinking can be one of the most powerful weapons one can have. Maintaining positive thinking and attitude will drive you to success and happiness. I always prefer to pay by credit card than by cash. I don't really like putting my personal information online. Lots of personal info gets stolen by fake sites pretending to be famous banks or online stores. My nickname is Lefty because I am left-handed. My full name has 4 names: my family name, my given name, and 2 middle names. It would be good if my ID could be my driving license and medical card all rolled into one. Some parents save all their lives to pay for their son's or daughter's wedding. I'm not the best-looking person in the world, but I would never consider plastic surgery. I had to learn to be independent, mature, and responsible in my teenage years. I think I won the children's lottery with my kids. My children always fascinate me, and watching them grow up is my greatest pleasure. Son, it is naughty to kick other children, and don't do it again, you understand? Tell you what, my baby could crawl at 6 months of age. I no longer have fast food and midnight snacks, and also sleep a lot more to stay slim and healthy. I should go to the doctor for a health check, but I'm too busy. Even in my 30s, I was very fit and never ill and always in the best of health.
If you are rude, the other person will not want to deal with you. The working environment here enables you to work with dynamic people.
A lot of people pay lots of money to go to a cosmetic surgeon and change their appearance. I never used to worry about my health until recently when I'm getting lots of little aches and pains. Beauty is in someone's heart and character, not only the appearance. Their heart is still in their homeland and not in the country of their new nationality. My main source of income comes from my own business. I'm just old-fashioned, so I think marriage is important to start a family. This place has a diverse mix of major religions with a large number of followers, religious figures, and monks. Mary gave birth to an adorable baby last week. People always think they really want babies and children. No one ever says, I want a teenager. My kids have brought me endless amounts of joy since the second they were born. Her child is so mature and so independent for her age. Bodybuilders have really big muscles and they look so strong. People say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I agree with the expression, beauty is only skin deep.
There are laws that make sure disabled people are treated fairly. Sometimes people who are deaf or dumb find it difficult to avail themselves of public services. Scientists have created products to help the blind access the internet. Kindness is a language which the dumb can speak, the deaf can understand. In fact, many disabled people are talented and should not be discriminated against. Negative people always blame someone else for whatever happens. I wonder why artists are so talented and can create amazing pictures. I like writing poems about nature and love the best. I have been very blessed to work with some of the most talented people. I really like the actors in the old black and white movies. Every job has a certain difficulty level which one must pass through it to be perfect. I study interior design and would like to start my own furniture workshop one day. Good employees usually enjoy completing their tasks from start to end. Don't forget to smile when walking into the interview room. Your cover letter should clearly show you have read the job advertisement. An impressive resume helps you get your foot in the door when looking for a job. Spelling errors is not acceptable in your resume, as it might appear that you are negligent with your work. Employees will be given training to develop skills in areas such as leadership, safety, and professionalism. Both debit and credit cards make people much less disciplined about their expenses. Cash payments are usually considered inconvenient and more risky, as cash can easily be stolen. Most people do not like carrying coins around in their pockets. A credit card is the safest method for the use of money when traveling abroad. Many people find paying by credit card is more convenient and faster than paying by cash. It might take thousands of failures before you get one success. The company gave layoff notices to hundreds of workers. It's very rare that cufflinks come in a unique rectangle shape and black color as this. Every week we gather in circles to share stories of our lives and our passions. This wall has been built from square stones. Dozens of ships, planes, and people have disappeared with no good explanation at the Bermuda Triangle. You must be confident and make sure the interviewer knows you really want the job. Do not be afraid to understand and talk about your weaknesses. Everyone has them. To me, salary is not always the primary motivator. It's hugely important that you recognize your own strengths before trying to convince others of them. Don't tell the architect how to design. You just need to provide requirements. People mustn't use force as the only way to resolve problems. Millions of people fail to get necessary dental care because they're afraid to go to the dentist. Most employment contracts have common elements such as the employee's start date, salary, and benefits. When you're planning on taking a trip overseas, go to your local bank to trade foreign currency. The exchange rates change every day, sometimes even several times per day. You can't use US dollars or other foreign currencies in Ireland. You have to use British pound. The euro is stronger than the UK pound and the American dollar on the world markets at the moment.
There is no difference in the rate of gold in Vietnam and other countries, as gold is traded in dollars.
In spite of the millions of mistakes we make and the terrible things we say, our moms still love us. The car industry can make a multi-billion-dollar turnover every year. $1 trillion was spent on advertising last year and $60 billion on internet advertising alone. He likes playing with the Rubik's Cube during his spare time. They are planning on creating a 17-meter-high waterfall in the middle of the building. At 580 meters long and 40 meters wide, this beach used to be the largest bathing beach in Asia. Units of measurement can vary not only from location to location, but from person to person. The apartment is about 40 square meters in area. Bedbugs are 5 to 7 millimeter long insects that suck blood out of humans, usually at night. Length measurements are taken using a centimeter ruler.
Thanks to autobiographies, you can get the lessons that other people have already learned the hard way. It is said that an hour of reading a good book can give you an experience of a lifetime. The vegetable aisles in supermarkets are now being frequented by shoppers rather than the junk food aisles. Bags of colorful candy can be found in the food aisle at the dollar store. Children get injured if they remain standing on the escalator rather than stepping off. You should try your best to avoid impulse buying when going to the supermarket. The membership card is only valid if the member has signed the back of the card.
Often, the kilometer is used to convey the distance between two separate geographical locations. He created a new record in the 100-meter race, which nobody could break until 1983. Glass measuring cups are used to measure liquids like milk and water. Because of the depth of the lake, there are few weeds and plenty of fish. The average height and weight of children varies by gender, age, and race. Scientists believe they have worked out the dimensions of the most attractive female face. Calculating perimeter is fairly easy, and it's also extremely useful in various life situations. Students are supposed to use formula to calculate perimeter of square, rectangle, equilateral triangle, etc. It seems like half the world is trying to lose weight right now. Drink at least 2 liters of water a day so your muscles don't stiffen up. Bakers use measuring cups and spoons to accurately measure wet and dry ingredients. Children are asked to use the ruler to draw straight lines. Tape measures are very important for quick and precise measuring when you're working on site. The thermometer should be kept in position for at least 2 minutes before taking a reading.
Walking down the food aisle of the pet supply store, you'll see a wide variety of pet food products. Don't you think books are the best things in the world? Novels are great for getting to know other worlds and cultures. Reading comic books can be considered a smart way to relieve your day's worry and tension. Books are really crucial for kids because they will help kids to get more knowledge. Short stories remind us of simple and precious things that we sometimes forget. To busy business people, listening to audiobooks helps them to use their time so much more productively. Many ebooks have been made using copyrighted material without the writer's permission. When people buy ebooks online, they don't have to worry about shipping. The pens are on sale at the stationery counter, with one available for testing. Consumers are allowed to try on cosmetics at the beauty counter. During peak hours, the supermarket trolleys usually run out. Heating the frozen food in a microwave destroys some of the vitamin content of the food. Eating mushroom can often prevent a cold. Peanut gives you heat and strength to fight against cold. If you boil cabbage too long, it will get very soft and lose its nutrients. It is a hassle to walk when the supermarket is crowded, especially on weekends. The shelves in the supermarket need to be designed so that people can reach the items safely. There is a barcode on each and every product in the supermarket. Banana is the #1 fruit with the world's leading athletes. Eating fresh watermelon can help reduce fever. Eating a piece of lemon can help you get rid of onion breath. Orange juice is one of the best sources of vitamin C for both children and adults alike. Many people can't eat durian because of its smell.
Please help me peel off the rotten layers of the onion.
Although durian is considered as the king of fruits, it has a distinct reputation for its bad smell. No animal, including humans, should eat apple seeds. When drinking coconut water, you should avoid drinking in the evening with ice. When using pineapple juice, it is always best to use fresh, raw pineapple juice. Chewing uncooked onion for 3 minutes is sufficient to kill all germs in the mouth. If you have bitter cucumbers, cut off the stem ends and peel them. Avoid carrots that have begun to sprout and any that have become limp. Cucumbers should be used within 4 or 5 days of purchase.
You have to wash fresh vegetables in 2 or 3 waters. Soak strawberries in warm, salted water about 5 to 10 minutes. This chicken salad is served together with the main dish. How can I get rid of the burnt smell from this fried fish? Vegetables are not considered as important to the diet as other foods. This steak is as tough as old boots. Meat is a major part of the diet in East Asia, especially pork. Poultry seems scarce during the spread of the bird flu. In some regions, eating dog or cat meat is considered a crime. I feel like eating seafood when I go to the beach. What types of seafood are the best choices? White meat from the claws and legs is low in fat and high in protein. Enjoying seafood is a great way to give your body exactly what it needs. My skin itches whenever I eat shrimp.
Soybeans are rich in fiber, making them good for those suffering from constipation. Sugarcane can be used to clean your teeth and gums. Babies can begin eating soybean-based products as early as 9 months of age. Don't forget to leave your bag in the cloakroom at the entrance to the supermarket. Always check the price tag before you get something, especially before you check out. If you have dry skin, avocado is useful as it moisturizes your skin.
All parts of the clam can be eaten after frying, boiling, steaming, or roasting. Many Mexicans eat turtle meat during the days before Easter. It is quite rare to find fresh octopus or squid in this area. The abalone served with mushroom is out of this world. The oyster stew makes you feel like you're in heaven. Carp can be cooked in different recipes. You can't imagine how delicious the crocodile meat is. The eel dish can be eaten cold or hot. By grilling catfish fillets instead of frying them, you can cut back on the amount of fat. Let me assure you, the fish is fresh today. Eating seafood helps reduce the risk of stroke and heart disease. Smoked mackerel is good for making pate. This grilled salmon dish is perfect for the summer. I don't want to miss the tuna with mustard. It looks appetizing. I grew up in a family full of meat eaters. I can eat everything. What's your telephone number? Can you tell me how to use this cell phone? Please come back later. I'm on the phone. I finally got through to her on the phone. Operator, how may I help you? May I ask who's calling, please? If you don't mind, please give me your phone number. I tried to get a hold of her, but got a busy signal. Why don't you look in the phone book? Please send me an ambulance immediately. Please buy me a prepaid phone card. Where is the emergency room? Luckily, nobody was seriously hurt. Don't touch this button or you'll get an electric shock. If you play with matches, you will get burned. I don't ride anymore. I had a bad fall and I lost my nerve. Is your broken arm caused by a fall, an accident, or being struck? He died from a heart attack. His nose was congested and his throat hurt. I nearly drowned but was saved. The doctor says that the patient has been getting worse. What's wrong with me? You should visit a doctor and have a physical exam. The nurses in this hospital take care of the patient carefully. The pharmacy inside the medical clinic is only open from Monday to Friday.